Tell me you don't know that song.
Not by that. Huh. I know that.
21 Guns.
Oh. I did not know that.
The only one that exists, because that's unreleased.
It is unreleased. But we have it.
So it sort of exists.
It exists. Just not in the official world.
It's not on Spotify.
Yeah. It doesn't exist.
Bring us in, Tim.
Hello, welcome to Alphabet Suite, podcast for the Prince Songbook. There are hundreds of songs to choose from. You have chosen
21 Guns.
Welcome.
Welcome back to another Alphabet Suite podcast. I am your host.
The host with the most.
Tim, and this is my hostess.
We should try
Like-
to line this up.
Like I'm gonna serve you? Really?
Go for it.
Apparently I'm Patricia.
That's good.
And I'm producer Aaron.
Rock on.
I do not change.
Apparently
And that's
today
Aaron with an A, not an E.
I identify as female today.
Respect. Finally get some.
All right, Patricia, what do you? How do you feel about those 21 Guns?
As long as they're big guns.
That was an interesting way to bring in the
'Cause-
title of the show.
Because size matters. How do you feel about How do you feel about 21 Guns?
Look, man.
Because
Started it.
I care about
Hey,
how
bro.
you feel.
All right, look.
This is the face of immediate regret for initiating
What do
the
they,
situation.
what do they call that? Instant karma?
Okay. 21 Guns
Is this what we're going to talk about?
is what we're going to talk about.
And
So
apparently our
release-
feelings.
Shut up. 21 Guns.
Why do you always treat me like that?
You know what? This is a studio version. That's it.
We're done?
No.
We out?
I mean-
what do you mean that's it?
That is it. There is no other versions. There's no covers. There's no samples. Nothing.
Well, you're just getting it right out of the way. Just be done with it, right?
I want to be the informational person,
The scratcher?
bro.
You want to be the information guy, but you left out a very important thing about the title.
It's speculative.
It's speculative.
We're assuming
thank you.
it's called 21 Guns.
I see. Well, okay.
I bet.
Knowing Prince, it was probably called Uranus.
He didn't because of Green Day.
Yeah.
Well, when did Green Days come out? This was between 98 and 2000,
Probably around that time.
was it?
I like Green Day.
Don't go silent just because I'm searching.
No,
No, I was waiting to see where he was going with this because he's just going, this is it?
Oh,
We're-
no, it came out in 2009.
Oh, so Prince was first.
It wasn't good enough.
well, it was only a demo, right? It's only a demo, right?
That sucked!
I didn't say that.
Um,
I'm just saying if it was good enough, he probably would have put it on something.
Well, and it was when you hear it, because we actually have this one.
Whoa.
When you hear it, whoa.
wow, that attacked you,
It
bro.
just jumped right out like that, man.
Just like your taco.
I'm looking at it like this. I listened to it.
Didn't like it, did you?
No, I'm saying, please, please, please. Let there be another frickin' done, complete version of that song.
If there is,
Because
can't find one.
but don't. I love how he sings it. I love the way he sings it.
Okay.
in the meaning. It's I love that. I thought it was great.
However,
The demo crap, I didn't. I want a finished version.
I no,
You know.
So you were wrong. He likes it.
Yeah,
I was completely wrong.
you were, Patricia.
I I sit corrected.
He's sick corrected. That's all I have for my notes.
That was it.
Dude, it's like a minute 29-second song
Yeah,
or
it's
something.
it's
man.
not very long because there was just a demo recording. You know.
Gotta be something else
Was
out
this,
there. With that,
was
though.
this like keys? Was this like band? Was it
No, it was just him.
orchestral? I mean, what are we talking about?
No, it was just him. I think it was just him on the piano, wasn't it?
I think so.
So it's just keys.
Yeah.
So he probably just stuck a microphone in front of his face.
Which is what he tended to do a lot. Actually, from what I understand from his band members, is
Or like, well,
He took a- like a-
90s, so it's probably like one of those little.
no, he
cassette
took a
tapes.
boom box. He'd have a boom box and just stick a cassette in the boom box and hit record, and would play.
That's a badass boombox to be able to do that.
So, oh, dude, the '80s and '90s we had some badass boom boxes.
Yes, sir.
And then when you had it took like 400
cell
batteries, you know, and the boom box weighed like a pound, and then you had 30 pounds of batteries to play for an hour. You know,
I think the one you had like 8 batteries in that sucker, man.
no, I think it was 10.
Was it 10?
I think it was 10
Yeah.
batteries, but you got to remember that one, man. It was dual cassette. Remember, and the speakers
Is that the one
came.
that I know of? with
No,
detachable
no.
speakers?
No, that was but it was very similar to that
was
one.
cool.
Yeah,
I think that only took 8 batteries though.
did it?
I think so. But they were D cells, so they're big batteries.
Yeah, I remember that, man. We would walk around. As long as you just listen to the radio, the batteries would last forever. As soon as you stuck a cassette in there,
It's just,
man. Well, here's the funny thing. So when we were kids, in our town where we live, we would do walkathons. And anyone our age probably remembers them. I highly doubt our town was the only one that did it because they were for muscular dystrophy. You know, the Jerry Lewis telethon and all that in August. So they would do the muscular dystrophy, you know, Labor Day weekend walkathon. And you would walk, what, like 20 plus miles, a little over 20 miles. You would get...
like a whole day's walk.
It is. It took. You would meet. We'd meet at the mall, and take off, and you walk clear to the other side of town, around some parks, then end up at park. That's where you ended.
Oh.
And the whole route was like a little over 20 miles, I think.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And so you would get to the park on the other side of town, and you'd get
I'm gonna bleep
lunch.
that, by the way.
Huh?
I'm gonna bleep that, by the way.
Bleep what? We can say what park it is.
You're starting to triangulate location now.
Yeah, knock that off.
Oh, phooey.
People are coming
So-
for us. I don't want Tony.
Tony,
going,
no.
Dude.
So you would have lunch at the park on the other side of town, and it was free. It was provided for you, and the whole point was to get people to sponsor you. You know, they could either sponsor you with a dollar amount. You'd go around for like weeks ahead of time, and they could sponsor you with like, oh, we'll give you, you know, this was in the '80s. So if you got like a $5 sponsor, that was ooh.
Yeah.
Or they could sponsor you per mile that you walked, and there's checkpoints every like 3 or 4 miles that you go, and they stamp your paper that says, okay, you walked 3 miles, you walked 6 miles. Well, we used to carry this boombox with us, so we had music while we're walking. And the walk took us. We would start at like 9 o'clock in the morning, and it usually took until about 3 or 4 in the afternoon to finish it. And we would have to carry.
So you'd have to make a stop at the Radio Shack on the way.
Well, we would carry like 3 extra sets of batteries with us. Not only that, we would then also carry like 10 cassettes of who we wanted to listen to at the time. So you're walking along.
Prepared, man.
You get prepared, and then what was really kind of cool, I mean, we were loaded down, with all this stuff, but if you played the right music, people would come up and start walking with you.
Yeah.
It was a steady stream. I mean, this was huge. There was always like thousands of people that were involved that did this. So they would shut down the route. The cops would always have it shut down,
Nice.
and you walk the streets. So there was, I don't know. I think there's usually like between 5,000 and 10,000 people, if not more,
That's a lot.
that were involved with this. I mean, they would start, the steady stream started at like, I think it was 8 o'clock in the morning. Because I remember having to get up early and get dressed and get out there. And the end starting time would be like 10 o'clock. So for 2 hours, you had people checking in and starting for 2 hours straight. And you just had to do this walk, and you were playing music, and people would come up and start walking with us, and then you take out Prince and you put in Michael Jackson, and the different group of people that we're moving on there, different group of people comes up and listens to Thriller with you, and then you put in Def Leppard, and that's a whole different group of people.
Yeah, it is.
That's pretty rad.
So it was kind of cool, and we had fun. But yeah, I think there was more weight and batteries that we had to carry than there was in the
And when you had
boombox.
60 on you.
Oh, it was a lot of batteries and a lot of money when we were kids, and it was grandma and grandpa, of course, parents that had to buy all these batteries
It
for
was
us.
$20 of batteries in the 80s.
Yeah.
They're like, what the hell are you trying
What
to
are you
do?
doing? So yeah, it was kind of cool.
And your mom and dad were awfully good at it.
Yeah, my parents were great, man.
Yeah, I love that.
I love my parents. They were great. All right, so 21 Guns, a nice little demo. Wish it would have been completed.
Correct. Could be.
Could be. I mean,
I'm in the vault. You don't know.
you don't know yet. I mean, this is definitely not the end all, be all of Prince songs. When it comes to unreleased songs, like we said over and over again, we're researching, we're doing the best we can, but who knows what's all in that vault? I don't think anyone. I'm sure they know now, because they gathered it all up and they're cataloging it and
Right.
trying to save it. And
Well, it depends. I mean, somebody comes up with something, man, we gotta have this,
Yeah.
and then steal it. Could be the workers, you never know. And they didn't get a
I would-
catalog, so
I would hope that the security at this place is better than that. Anyway, so 21 Guns, check it out, listen to it. Till next time, peace.
peace. All right.
Bring it around town.
See my finger.
Taco attack you?
No, it was a freaking pulling a stupid thing for the weed whacker. Man, I about beat the dog poop out that weed whacker, man.
Probably why it
Pissed
didn't.
me off.
Work.
Huh?
It's not going to help it work.
That's probably why it didn't start. Did you have dog poop in it?
No, dog poop.